Hello and welcome to A Briefcase of Luxury. If you are new here, I am a business professor with an irrational love for all things luxury, especially handbags. And I know Versace doesn't get a whole ton of love on social media, and for the most part, I do find their overall designs a little too out there for my personal taste, but I must say, no one quite does the black and gold like Versace does. And it wasn't until I was doing a little inventorying of my own handbag collection that I realized how often I broke my own curation principles about not having multiples or bags that serve the same function, because I do seem to have a soft spot for the Versace black and gold. If you are on the market for Versace, always be on the lookout for their biannual sales on their website, and oftentimes you will also find their bags on sale at places like Saks Fifth and Nordstrom, and even Saks Off Fifth and Nordstrom Rack. If you are lucky enough to live by a Versace outlet, be sure to check them out as well. What I love about looking at their sales and outlet store is that it's not just the crazy designs and seasonal colors that go on sale. You'll often find their classic color combos and silhouettes on sale too. Now, because they go on sale fairly often, I feel like by luxury standards, Versace is definitely on the lower end. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, let me be clear. But when you have the expectation that something could potentially go on sale, well, it just makes it psychologically that much harder to pull the trigger to buy their items at full price. Now, the majority of my Versace bags were actually bought on sale, so let's jump into my all-black Versace collection. Now, I only have 4 black Versace bags in my collection, so this should go fairly quickly. But from smallest to largest, I have 2 Versace wristlets. I mean, they are literally the same design, same bag, but in 2 different sizes. Why, you ask? I literally can't tell you, besides the fact I mentioned I have a soft spot for the Versace black and gold. I've always been a heavy clutch user. I have an unproportionately large number of clutches in my handbag collection. When I'm not in the mood to carry an actual handbag, I always find myself reaching for a clutch. Now, I know a lot of people find clutches clunky to use, but I've been using them for years, so they've just become very second nature to me. Now, Versace always has similar wristlets like these available every year in both their men and women's collection. They are constantly going on sale or available at places like Saks Off or Nordstrom Rack. Now, I bought both of mine at Saks Off Fifth at different times. I bought the small one for about $365, and I can't find the receipt for the larger version, but it may have been about $100 to $150 more than that. Now, in both cases, I didn't pay full price for them. Full as in the already discounted price at Saks Off Fifth. The store was either running additional discounts or I had points that I had to use before they expired, so I got both of these anywhere from 10 to 30% off the price as listed at Saks Off. For being wristlet pouches, they really are quite stunning, and they can easily go from day to night. I've used this smaller one as an evening clutch several times in the past. I find the larger one a tad too big for the evening, but again, I use this quite often during the day just out running errands. Now, in terms of the actual details about the clutches, besides the size, they are almost identical. The outside is 100% palazzo calf leather, and as you can see, it's a very smooth, soft, shiny leather. You do have the 3-dimensional Medusa plaque, which is their iconic emblem found on the doors of their original headquarters in Milan. I think the gold emblem is what makes their black and gold combo so stunning and flashy without being over the top at the same time. Not only do we have the Medusa plaque, we have a top zip closure. And if you can see in here, there are internal card compartments. There's 6 in total. The wristlet is detachable right here. The lining is 100% cotton, and this is made in Italy. I'll show you the larger version, but it is identical even on the inside, even when it comes to the number of internal card compartments there are. I'm a big fan of both of these clutches, and I'll insert clips of what fits in there, but the smaller size fits all of my essentials, and the larger one actually fits all my essentials and a ton more. I often also keep my Kleenex, my full-size sunglass case in here, and again, I'm just pleasantly surprised by how much it actually fits. Now, a couple of things that may not be an issue for everyone. I am left-handed, and so when I'm wearing the clutch, it does look a little funky just based on where the wristlet attachment is and how it's not interchangeable on both sides. Now the other issue is that the leather is actually extremely smooth and matte and delicate for a clutch. So if you're wanting to keep this in pristine condition, you do have to be a bit careful. I know wristlets are often used as catch-all bags to put into larger totes, but I wouldn't do it just because this leather will get scratched. But as a clutch, it's still going to get banged around, but not as much if you decide to put this in a larger bag. I hang mine off my wrist all the time, so they are starting to get a little bit beat up and dented. But personally, I don't mind. That's what happens when they end up with me at Walmart and Target and waiting around their bargain bins. Next, I have this cute little hobo bag. I bought this on sale from Saks Fifth for around $855. Again, it was on sale and I had additional points I ended up using. I know it's currently on sale again right now for about $1,000. So this is one of their fairly classic silhouettes that I feel is always on sale. And I love the fact that the classic black and gold goes on sale too, and not just their seasonal colors. It does come in various sizes, and I'm pretty sure the one I have here is in the size small. I think there is a medium and a large as well, even though they may not be available all the time. This is also made in Italy, but unlike the clutches, this is a lightly grained calf leather compared to the smooth leather on the clutch. I'm hoping the camera can pick up some of that difference. So I actually find this leather a little bit more hard wearing because it doesn't scratch as easily. This fits all my essentials, but not much more. It also transitions easily from day to night. You have the same three-dimensional Medusa head, and this actually has a separate strap that you can add on to make it longer if you want. This bag is pretty petite on its own, so I actually prefer it as a simple, short, under-the-arm shoulder bag. So if we look at the inside, it is held shut by a magnetic flap. That's it. There's no buttons or zippers. It's just a flap that you can open up. And there we have it on the inside. It is lined with 100% cotton. On the back, a very simple embossed logo on the back. And this is what the additional strap looks like so that you can actually attach it to the bag to make it longer if you wanted. This is what the inside of the bag looks like with just my essentials, which includes my phone, wallet, keys, lip balm, Tylenol, hand sani, and a little stain remover. I can put a pack of Kleenex in here if I wanted as well. But as you can see, it's gonna get a little bit full after that. I just absolutely love how it looks, especially during the daytime if you want to be a little bit more dressed up. I think this is such a gorgeous bag to have. Now the last bag I have is the VERSACE tote in the size small, and I bought this for about $895. Now I know the price for this went up shortly after I purchased this, and I can't find the current north-south version on the website at the moment. They do still have their regular horizontal version. What was funny about this bag was that when I went to YSL, their north-south tote was literally the exact same thing, but it cost $1,400, so that's almost $600 more than the Versace version. I mean, the size, the feel of the leather, the interior, completely identical. Like it was from the same manufacturer, and the only thing that was different was the key charm. This has the Barocco Virtue symbol, while the YSL one had their traditional logo, but everything about these bags were identical besides the price. Like all the other Versace bags I have, this is also made in Italy. The outer is made of leather. There is an internal pouch that is attached and comes with it. There you go. And there's no zipper to keep the bag shut, but there is a little snap button closure that keeps it closed. It is a very simple embossing of the Versace logo and has a little key charm again with the Barocco styled V hardware on it. It does come with a detachable crossbody strap that you can put on there. And so you could wear it crossbody. I can't describe what the inside feels like, but it's unlike any other bag I currently have. It almost feels like a spongy material. It does seem unlined, but it doesn't feel like untreated leather on the inside. The website didn't have a good description for it either. I bought a chunky gold metal chain so that I can wear this as a shoulder bag instead. Now, I bought this chain off of Amazon for like 12 bucks because I wasn't going to pay like $300 for the official Versace chain that they do have. I actually do love wearing this as a shoulder bag rather than a crossbody, only because the north-south design makes it a little long for it to feel proportionate once it's on me. However, I also think it's super cute just as a crook of the arm bag with the gold chain on it. So even though it's marketed as a tote, the top handles don't really fit comfortably on the shoulder. As you can see, it's a little tight. I do use it as a daily going out bag, but it is large enough to fit my iPad, so I could also potentially use it for work. Again, I actually really enjoy the leather. It's very, very sturdy. The thing about north-south totes is that there's a lot of wasted real estate space up here just because all of your stuff kind of sinks to the bottom. But again, it's more than enough room for just your daily essentials. Now, the last thing in my all black Versace collection isn't a bag, but it's probably my most used Versace item, and that is my Medusa head belt in mixed metal. I absolutely adore this belt. So this is the skinny women's version. I'm trying to talk my husband into getting the matching men's version, but the Medusa head on the men's version is substantially larger and flashier. But for me, this is a great wardrobe staple because the mixed metal makes it so easy to pair with either gold or silver toned accents, whether in the form of your jewelry, your handbags, or even your shoes. I wear it with jeans, with shorts, with dress pants, trousers, anything, and it's the perfect width for my frame, and it's not too chunky, and it's not too skinny. There's still definitely some flash to it, but it's not like those other logo belts like from LV or from Gucci where it's really in your face, you know? It's a 100% leather belt made in Italy. So I know this isn't a large collection by any means. I'm 100% positive that my husband has a larger Versace collection than I do, considering he also has shoes, ready to wear, accessories, etc. But I'm extremely happy with the pieces that I do have. And if you are interested in owning some classic black and gold pieces, then you really can't go wrong with Versace. Plus, knowing that their classic pieces can and do go on sale fairly often, I think makes it a great option. Again, I'm surprised that they don't have a bigger presence on social media, but I'm totally okay with that. Now, will I be adding more Versace bags to my collection? Probably not, only because I am satisfied with the pieces that I do have, so I don't see the need to constantly add more black and gold pieces. I had to just draw the line at some point. But trust me, I was a little tempted during the Black Friday weekend sale this year, and surprisingly not for their black and gold combos, but their brown and gold combo. They had some pretty great deals, like this top handle shoulder bag, as well as this crossbody bag. I found the tan color so soothing and smooth paired with the gold hardware. I mean, the brown just looks so delicious and milky. But at the end of the day, I am doing my best to hold myself accountable and only to purchase bags that are going to intentionally round out my collection. Because if I just went around purchasing every bag I liked, chances are I'm not only going to go broke, but also I'm going to end up with purses that look all the same and serve the exact same function. Now, if you are like me and you are also on this journey to becoming a more mindful luxury consumer, I hope you found this content helpful. Please consider subscribing to this channel, tapping the notification bell, or liking this video so we don't have to go through this journey alone.